Hi friends, welcome back to Rustic and Lace DIY. Today I'm participating in the Hello Fall collaboration. I'll let you know more about that in a few minutes. But first of all, if you're new here, welcome. My name is Brenda, and if you're returning, welcome back. You know I appreciate every one of you. So with all that being said, let's get to crafting. Okay, here's DIY number 1. So for this DIY, I'm going to use 3 of these picture frames. Now I got a bag of 8 of these for $2 at a thrift store recently. And then I'm going to use one of these pages from Hobby Lobby. And then my Waverly chalk paints in the color white and elephant. So I'm going to start off by sanding my picture frames because they're very shiny and slick, and I wanted my paint to adhere a little bit better to it. So I just gave all 3 of them a really good sanding, and then I wiped them all off. And then I'm going to use my Waverly chalk paint in the color white to paint them all white. Now I did have to use 2 coats on those. Once they were dry, I took my elephant chalk paint and I'm just doing some distressing all around my picture frames. Now, if you don't like distressing and you want to recreate this, you can definitely make it your own and don't add the distressing. So once I was done, I took some cardboard, since these did not have any backs, and I'm just kind of measuring where the insides of it was, and I'm just going to trace it out, and then I'm going to cut it out. And these were very what's the word I'm looking for? It's early. I haven't had my coffee yet this morning. It was a very tight fit, and that's how I wanted it. So then I took the paper, and it has the thankful, grateful, blessed, and I wanted each one of those words on my to be cut out, and I thought I was going to have to use 2 pieces of paper, but I was able to get all 3 of those words from one sheet. So once I got them all cut out, I added them with the cardboard to my picture frame, and then I'm just using hot glue and just going all around the edges just to kind of help keep it sealed, although I don't think I would have had to worry because it is a really tight fit, but you know, I always like to have that little extra protection. And I also, off camera, I took one of the 12-inch chunky wood pieces from Dollar Tree and painted it white and distressed it. And here I'm just adding my wood glue and some hot glue, and then I'm going to glue one of the pumpkins or picture frames, that's going to be a pumpkin, to the very front of it, just like you see me doing there. Then I add some wood glue to the picture frame there, and then I'm going to add some hot glue to the bottom of the second frame, and then a little bit on the first picture frame as well. And then I'm just gluing it to the wood piece and to the frame there. And then I'm going to do the same thing with that third picture frame. Now, if you don't have these picture frames, you can always use any kind of picture frame you have. It doesn't have to be, you know, these exact. You can definitely get some from Dollar Tree, or if you have some at home that you're not using, you know, just use your imagination and dress it up. So once I was done with that, I took some of these little wood sticks that I got last year off of Amazon. I know it's crazy buying sticks off of Amazon, but and I glued them on the top. And then I'm just taking my berry garland here. I wrapped it around my paintbrush about 5 times on each side, and then I'm just going to wrap it around my sticks that are on the pumpkin. And then I took this is burlap that I got from Hobby Lobby recently, and I just cut some strips out of it and tying a knot around my pumpkin stem there, and then just gonna trim those down a little. I thought they were a little too long. And I did that on each one of the pumpkins, and then I just took a leaf, and I'm just going to add one to each one of the pumpkins, and that's all there was for this. And I really love how these came out. They are just, to me, they're farmhouse. And they're just kind of a neutral with a little pop of color. I just love them. You'll have to let me know what you think about this one in the comment box below. Okay, today I'm participating in the Hello Fall Challenge. It is hosted by Tammy at the Rusted Willow and Ellie at DIY from House to Home. And their guest host is Krista with Krista's Crafty Life. So make sure you check out their channels. Make sure you check out the playlist. I will have links to all of them in my description box below. So on to DIY number 2. So I saw this saying on Pinterest and I knew I wanted to make a sign with it. I just loved it. So I'm going to use some jumbo craft sticks from Walmart. Then I created all the sayings with my Cricut. I'm going to use 3 of these bigger wood hanging decor pieces. And then I'm going to use my Waverly chalk paint in the color Elephant. And then this is the orange burlap that I had got from Hobby Lobby when it was 50% off. And then this ribbon I got last year at Dollar Tree. And I think I saw it this year too. So I started off by laying those wood pieces all out. And then I'm going to use my jumbo craft sticks to adhere them together. I just put some wood glue and hot glue on each one of them. And then lay them on the back side of my wood sign. And then once I had them all finished, I'm going to paint it, but I wanted it to be more like a stain. So I added some water to my paint here, and I wasn't quite sure how much water to use. So I'm just kind of mixing it, trying to get it to a thinner consistency. And I start painting it on, and I just felt like it was still too dark because I wanted you to be able to kind of see the wood grain through it. So I just started spritzing some water, and that really helped thin it out. And so I do this throughout the whole board. I just get it all nice and coated. And then I'm going to start adding my sayings just like I want them off to the side a little bit so I have room for my decor on the left side of it. If you're new here and you like thrift flips, gift ideas, budget home decor on a budget, and holiday decor, then I would invite you to hit that red subscribe button and become part of our YouTube family. And then let me know in the comment box below that you are new. I love to get to know my subscribers, and I'd love to get to know you. I normally upload my videos on Mondays at 5 Central Time p.m., but I do participate a lot in different challenges and playlists throughout the week. So if you hit that notification bell, that will let you know when I have a video coming up. And if you like today's video, you guys, make sure you give me that thumbs up and comment, because you all know that helps my channel grow. It lets YouTube know that you like my content, and it will push it out for others to see so that they are able to get some inspiration as well. Oh, I got through that. I need my coffee, you guys. I haven't even had my coffee yet this morning. Anyways, it's going to be a busy day, so I had to start early. So here I am, and I just love it. It says, very thankful, incredibly grateful, unbelievably blessed. And I really loved that. And so I'm just getting my last words on here. And by the way, this is Dollar Tree vinyl. I figured the words and letters are big enough to use the Dollar Tree vinyl. One thing I've noticed, I've noticed, but I heard too, that if you are using Dollar Tree vinyl and you have a Cricut, put your settings down a little bit to the lighter settings, and because if you don't, a lot of times it kind of cuts through the back paper as well. So as you see there, I was just hot gluing my burlap to the sign here on the side, and then I'm doing the same thing with my ribbon. Just going to add some hot glue and glue that right down. And then I'm going to add some leaves. I'm going to add a couple leaves on my sign here. One there, and then one up by the thankful word. And once I have that all on, I'm going to add some of that berry garland, and I'm going to cut a couple of strands, and I'm just going to connect them right over my ribbon. Oh my goodness. So I was going to just start wrapping it, but I decided to go ahead and cut it and then just make 2 strands. And that's what I end up doing. I just end up cutting down 2 strands and kind of crisscrossing them over each other. And then I'll just connect them. And I think I put a little dab of hot glue on the back where they're connected, I think. I don't remember. Anyways, I took my leaf ribbon here and I'm just making a bow by doing the awareness ribbon and then scrunching it up. And then I'm just going to use some jute twine to tie a knot. And after I have that done, I'll trim off the extra twine there, and then I'm going to dovetail my ends and fluff my bow. And as you can see there, I have a little burlap pumpkin. I just recently got that at Dollar Tree. And they have the alligator clips on the back, and I just pulled it out. And then I took this heather pick from Walmart that I just recently got, and I took 2 of the picks from it and I just hot glued them there, and then I'm putting the bow over it, and I'm going to hot glue that pumpkin right above that bow. And then I took this little sunflower from Dollar Tree and I'm just going to add it to the bottom part of that bow, and that's all there is. Oh nope, I do a hanger. I do add some twine as a hanger, and then I did cover the back with some shipping paper, and there it is. I love how this came out. I think it is just so beautiful. You have to let me know what you think about this one as well. Okay, if you'd like to find me on social media, you can find my links to my accounts in my link tree in the description box below, as well as links to other accounts that I'm affiliated with as well. So now is a time for celebration of your recreations. Oh my goodness, Maggie, I love those pumpkins. Those pumpkins are made from the straw hat, and the little dish there, little basket, is the other part of the straw hat. Amazing job. And then beautiful Tina, I love all of those wreaths, are just gorgeous. I love that little scarecrow. It's so cute. If you have a creation or a recreation that you would like me to showcase, you can send it to me through my email address there or through Instagram or Facebook Messenger, and I would be happy to showcase it for you. So here's DIY number 3. So for this DIY, I'm going to take one of these styrofoam carvable pumpkins from Dollar Tree. I'm going to use almost all of my beautiful braided twine ribbon there. And then I was going to use some beads, and I changed my mind. I went a different direction. So then I'm also going to use my white chalk paint by Waverly. So I start off by removing that toothpick ugly stem. And then I'm just going to paint this. See, I got paint on my wrist there. I'm going to paint the whole pumpkin white. And I didn't worry about doing 2 coats because I knew it was going to be covered. I just didn't want any of that orange poking through the twine that I'm going to put on this. So I just give it a good coating of white. And then once it was all dry, I took my braided twine ribbon that I absolutely love and I haven't been able to find. It's out of stock, and I keep checking, hoping that maybe they'll bring it back because I really love this stuff. So if you know another place other than Amazon where I can find some, let me know. So I'm just cutting it in strips, and I'm just gluing it in the grooves that are on this pumpkin. And I'm just going to go all the way around and putting this inside each groove. And then after I have it done, now when you're adding the hot glue, you want to be careful because this is styrofoam and it can melt it. So once I have this all done, see how pretty it is already? I didn't have enough. I mean, I still have a little bit left over, but it wasn't going to be enough to fully cover this pumpkin. So I remembered that I had bought this last year as well from Amazon, and I decided to go ahead and add some of this as well. So I will try and see if I can get it in my Amazon store. I don't think I have it in there, but I'll try and get it in there for you. And I'm just hot gluing this on in the white areas. Now, I knew that 2 of these were not wide enough to completely cover, so I still had some of my other braided twine ribbon there, and I am going to just once I have this one hot glued, I'm going to use the other braided twine and just cut smaller pieces and fit it in between those 2 thicker pieces, just like you see me doing there. I'm just kind of pushing them aside on the top, pushing that smaller ribbon inside of it. I will add a little hot glue, and then it just kind of fit right in between perfectly. And then I'm just going to hot glue that on the bottom as well. And then I will add a little dab of hot glue on the top. And then I just do this all the way around the pumpkin. And I really love how this turned out, you guys. I just think it's so pretty. Now, Hobby Lobby has something like this. They have some braided ones, and that's kind of what I was going for. And if you don't have this ribbon, you could absolutely take some twine and braid it yourself and make one. So then I just added one of those sticks up there at the top of my pumpkin, and then I'm adding some of these leaves as well. And then I'm just going to add some of that berry garland. And I really love this pumpkin. It's neutral, but yet has that pop of color because I love color. But it just, I don't know. I really love, it's different, and I really love the way this came out. So I'm going to do the same thing with my berry garland. Sorry, this is not in frame, and the other one wasn't either, but I'm just wrapping it around like 5 times around my glue stick there. I leave a gap, and then I go and wrap some more around it, and then I just cut it off, and then I wrap that longer area that's not twisted around my little stick, and then just kind of play with the curly cues until I have them the way I like them. And that's all there was for this one. It was really easy. It wasn't very hard. It took a little time. Oh yeah, and I took one of these little pumpkin tags. I got these from Hobby Lobby the other day too, and I just put it on the side there. And there it is. I love it. It's so cute, and it's so different. Yeah, and it was nice not doing all kinds of painting. Just the one bit of paint, and then just added my ribbon. Now, if you have to braid your own ribbon, it will take a little bit of time, so watch a movie or something. Okay, here's the final reveal of all 3 projects for you today. I hope you enjoyed it. And again, if you are new here, don't forget to hit that red subscribe button before you go. And then make sure you guys like and comment. Let me know which one was your favorite today. I will be back again on Friday with another video. So have a blessed week, you guys, and I will see you on the next one. Now, where's my coffee? Bye-bye.